Have you ever seriously wondered what it would be like to live at the very top of the world? Well, today we're going to decode Nunavut, Canada's northernmost territory. It is a place of absolutely breathtaking beauty, for sure, but it's also a land of extreme challenges. So the big question is the Arctic life for you? Let's dive in and find out. You know, there's this quote that just perfectly captures it. To choose Nunavut is to choose life at the edge of the world. And that's no exaggeration. We're talking about a vast, remote land of glaciers, polar bears, and of course, the mesmerizing dance of the northern lights. This isn't just a change of address. It is a completely different way of being. So what's the real deal with Nunavut? Well, on one hand, you've got some serious financial rewards. Think Canada's highest minimum wage and some pretty generous living allowances. But on the other hand, you've got a cost of living that will literally make your jaw drop. It really is the classic high-risk, high-reward scenario. Which brings us back to the main question. Is this Arctic adventure really the right move for you? Stick with us, because by the end of this explainer, you're going to have a much clearer picture. We'll give you the inside scoop on everything, from job opportunities to the daily hurdles of life way up in the far north. All right, let's get into it. Let's talk about the money. I mean, what makes people pack up everything and head for the Arctic? As it turns out, the financial incentives are pretty compelling, so let's break them down. First thing you'll notice is the minimum wage. We're talking $19 an hour, which is the highest in the entire country. But honestly, that is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to your earning potential in Nunavut. Okay, and this is where it gets really interesting. On top of those high wages, you have something called the Northern Living Allowance. This can add an extra $15,000, $20,000, even $30,000 or more to your income every single year. Then you add on tax breaks, retention bonuses, and, this one's key, subsidized housing provided by your employer. It's a powerful combo that can help you stack up savings, and fast. But now it's time for a bit of a reality check. You see, for every incredible opportunity in Nunavut, there's a serious challenge right there with it. So let's flip the coin and look at the stark reality of the high cost of living. Wow, yeah, this slide really says it all, doesn't it? A simple carton of milk that you'd pay, $5 for in Toronto, that's going to cost you $15 in Nunavut. Now just try to imagine that kind of price hike on absolutely everything you buy. We're talking about some serious sticker shock. And if you think the food prices are high, just wait till you see the rent. A basic 2-bedroom apartment, that'll set you back over $2,800 a month. Even with a good salary, that is a huge chunk of your paycheck. But here's the real kicker. You can't just show up and find an apartment. The private rental market is, well, it's practically non-existent, with vacancy rates near zero. This is exactly why getting employer-provided housing in your contract isn't just a perk. It's an absolute necessity, a total non-negotiable. You have to understand, Nunavut is absolutely massive. It covers a fifth of Canada's entire landmass. And since there are no roads connecting the communities, where you choose to live makes a world of difference. So let's explore the 3 main hubs and see what each has to offer. Okay, let's zoom in on the 3 main hubs in Nunavut. You've got Iqaluit, which is the capital and has the kind of bustling feel to it. Then there's Rankin Inlet, the heart of the mining industry. And way up there is Cambridge Bay, a pretty remote research outpost. Each one has its own distinct personality, its own climate, and its own opportunities. So first up is Iqaluit. As the capital, it's the largest community in Nunavut and serves as the center for government, business, and logistics. If you're looking for a job in public administration, healthcare, or education, this is probably where you'll want to be. It has as close to a big city feel as you can get in the Arctic. Next, we've got Rankin Inlet, the mining engine of Nunavut. This is where you're going to find those really high-paying jobs for skilled tradespeople, often on a fly-in, fly-out schedule. But it's not all about work. Rankin Inlet is also a super vibrant center for world-renowned Inuit art and culture. And last but certainly not least is Cambridge Bay. This is a truly remote outpost right on the shores of the Arctic Ocean. It's a major hub for scientific research and a place where you can really experience traditional Inuit culture. But you have to be prepared for a much quieter pace of life and some of the highest living costs in the entire territory. Okay, so you're seriously thinking about making the move. Your head is spinning with possibilities. So what's next? Let's get down to the nitty-gritty, the practical stuff. Here is your survival guide for actually setting up a life in Nunavut. Listen up, these 4 things are absolutely critical. Number 1, Get your housing sorted out and written into your contract before you even think about getting on a plane. 2. Apply for your health card the moment you land. 3. Get a P.O. box immediately because there's no home mail delivery. And 4. Look into joining a CCAN group to save a ton of money on food. That's where you and a bunch of other people pool your money to ship a whole sea container of non-perishables up north in the summer. It's a game changer. Let's circle back to that Northern Living Allowance because this is so important. This is extra cash from your employer, often tax-free, specifically designed to help you deal with those sky-high prices. It is a crucial part of your compensation package, so make sure you understand exactly how it works. Yeah, food is a really big deal in Nunavut. I mean, since almost everything has to be flown in, fresh produce is a rare, expensive, and often sad, wilted luxury. So you'll need to get creative. That means embracing frozen fruits and veggies, trying traditional country food like delicious Arctic char and caribou, and definitely buying in bulk whenever you get the chance.
So here's a question we get all the time. Can't you just pack up your car and drive to Nunavut? The answer is a simple and for some, shocking no. There are 0 roads connecting Nunavut to the rest of Canada. It's a fly-in, fly-out territory. Every single thing and every single person arrives by plane or, during the short summer, by boat. It really underscores just how isolated it is up there. So, when all is said and done, what's the final verdict? Is Nunavut the right place for you to build a life? Let's take one last look at the pros and cons. All weighed together?
You know, at the end of the day, this is such a personal decision. You're weighing the incredible promise of a unique life experience and a chance to save some serious money against the harsh realities of extreme costs, deep isolation, and a critical housing crisis. It's a massive trade-off. Ultimately, it's not just about the numbers on a spreadsheet. It's about who you are. It's about your mindset. So the real question you need to ask yourself is this. Do I have the resilience, the adaptability, and the spirit to not just survive, but to truly thrive at the edge of the world?